recording. That's what it says. It says it's recording. Just don't drop off at the time.
Oh, that button, that red button.
The red button of doom. That's what that is.
All right, everybody. You're listening to the Mark and Matt Show. Thanks for tuning in. How you doing?
Now, what's up, everybody? We're trying to get the SummerSlam predictions episode up and running for the first time and the last time. Hopefully our connections don't drop off.
SummerSlam 2018 is this Sunday. Are you pumped or what, Matt?
Dude, I'm excited mostly because I'm coming there. We're going to get the pre-show in, and then we got to order food, and I got beers. It's going to be a long night. Long night.
It's only going to be about 7 or 8 hours long.
Yeah, I'll give or take. So, it's only a day long. It's fine.
Should be pretty good. It's going to be a good Sunday, and we want to do some predictions and let our listeners know what we kind of think is going to transpire. I know that this card for me is really unpredictable for the most part. I'm liking the unpredictability. What do you think?
Yeah, same as you. For the first time in a couple of years, I'm pretty pumped about SummerSlam. I think the card is really, really solid, actually. I mean, some stuff is just kind of filler, obviously, but from when I look at the top of the card, like the very, very top, I'm like, this is really solid and interesting, like with a couple of different directions and go in. So I'm actually really excited to see what they do.
Fascinating. So should we jump into it?
Yeah, Muddy, let's go.
Okay, let's go. So the first one, I think if we're starting at the same spot here, Raw Tag Team Champions, the B Team versus the Revival. B Team match.
Top guys.
Okay, so this are those real T-shirts? Can you actually buy those on the website?
Yeah, dude, I'm pretty sure we can get top guy T-shirts because we got to be top guys.
I don't want to be shirt. I just it's cool that it's a marker and then they actually printed it.
Oh, you mean the B Team shirts? Yeah, they have
the actual T-shirts.
Yeah, they're B
real,
Teams.
Right?
I meant the Revival shirts. They're top guys. That's what their shirts are.
Oh, okay. I haven't actually been paying attention to the Revival too much.
Oh,
I think the B Team's going over in this match.
You anti NXT motherfucker.
B Team all the way. Come on.
Yeah, I'm going.
I think it's going to go B Team. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm going B Team as well. No. Actually, I did at first, and then I realized that it was the Revival, and I started thinking it's kind of a flip of the coin. I can go B Team because they're a comedy tag team. They need some solid wins. The Revival is a solid win to get over. They've been doing the Bray Wyatt Hardy tag matches recently, and they keep getting those little cheap wins. They need a solid win over the Revival, but I can see the Revival getting the win, getting the titles, and the B Team chases, and it might make for a better story. I don't know.
All right, so you think pinfall, submission?
Yeah, I think I kind of see either B Team is going to go with a squeaky win, or Revival just wins with a shatter machine and ends the thing. But I'll stick with B Team, I guess. That's my pick.
Yeah, me too. I'm sticking with B Team, and I'm going to go. They're going to win clean, pinfall, and I think Axel's going to be doing the actual pin if I can lock it in.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that'll be a kickoff match. It'll probably be like 8-10 minutes. I mean, the B Team's all right. Revival, I like to see that they're actually getting a tag title match because I love them from NXT. I know you don't give a rat's ass when they're amazing, but they've just been shoved off to the side when it comes to Raw.
Hey guys, listen, NXT is a good show. It's a lot of content. But speaking of NXT, the next match is one of NXT's what can I say? They're one of their sons. I'm sure they miss this guy. Finn Balor and the Club versus Constable Corbin, which should be the next match or could be the next match according to WWE.com. Will we see the Demon? What kind of match will this be as far as the ring psychology? It's been really building up as the big man versus the little guy story, which we've seen before, but it's getting really annoying I'm sure for Finn Balor because it's such a stupid play. Yeah. On Raw, did you hear that commentary when who was it? Was it Corey when he turns to Renee and he says, "Is Finn Balor with the same leather jacket size as you?"
God damn it, Corey!
Just shooting this guy in the face.
Do you think that they're going to do Demon at SummerSlam against Corbin? Because it's not really a high-profile match, and I mean, the Corbin Balor stuff has been okay. I just feel like, what are they doing with Balor? It feels like such a waste.
He's just Mr. Smiley.
He's Mr. Smiley Pants.
Yeah, he's Mr. Smiley. So yeah, you know you're onto something. They're gonna waste the demon on this storyline. I don't know. I think Corbin is. Yeah, what do you think?
No, I just think they've had so many matches. Like either it's been a tag match, they've had matches on Raw. Corbin's gotten over on Balor. Balor's gotten,
they're trading wins.
Yeah, they're just trading wins back and forth. So I just feel like it doesn't really matter. And I don't know, how can you make Finn lose? But you've got Corbin, who's got a ton of screen time. He's all over Raw every night. Like you almost feel like they got to give him a bit of a shine. I do like, we were talking earlier today. Kind of the prediction for Balor after SummerSlam, win or lose. Do you think that he is going to go to, if they do a shakeup, do you think he's going to go to SmackDown?
I mean, I think he'd be better leveraged at SmackDown if they do things correctly. They've totally like wasted him on Raw.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were talking about perhaps another shakeup. When's the last time we saw a roster shakeup? Has it already been 6 months?
Yeah, Mania, the night after Mania.
Maybe it's time.
Maybe it's time. So I think
SummerSlam is supposed to build to Mania, though. SummerSlam is the beginning to the road to WrestleMania, is it not?
It's true. It's like we get this midway point, and you can almost see now where they're going to go, like the direction they're going to try to take, leading to Mania.
Who knows? We might see Finn and Constable Corbin take this further, and maybe we'll see the return of the Bullet Club versus some type of authority stable. That'd be kind of cool at WrestleMania. Yeah. And then I could see like a match building up with. See, the thing is, I don't know who would be with Corbin because he's the lone wolf. So
is he still the lone wolf? But he's Constable now. He's not. Is he the lone wolf? Lone Constable Wolf Baron Corbin? What's his official title now?
Well, who's Stephanie going to hook him up with to beat these guys up? Trips? He's going to come out with Trips? It's time to play the game with Constable Corbin. I don't think so. I don't think he's too low profile. Trips might send like his trainer to go out there with him. The NBA, NFL trainer.
Midnight workout.
Okay. 2 a.m. workouts.
So I'm gonna go Balor over Corbin. Okay. I think it's just going to be a quick 10-minute match and he wins coup de grace and everyone moves on because Corbin's still going to be Constable or Lone Wolf Constable Corbin and still going to like wreak havoc over there on Raw. And if Balor loses, to me, I'm like, what does he do? He's just lower mid card.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that we haven't seen the last of these two. As much as I don't want to say it, I think Corbin's going to go over. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be like he's going to just destroy him and obliterate him and to try to force the demon out at Mania. That's what the play is going to be.
I like that.
Beat the crap out of him and, just go no holds barred. And he's going to get like 5-6 guys to come out and help him. And the referee's going to like not see things. And, they're going to do all kind of stuff to be so super heel.
Yeah.
Until like they're going to bring as much pathos and they want us to feel so sorry for Balor. And wipe that smile off his face. He's been smiling for 8 months.
I think you just really hate the fact that I think you hate the fact that he just smiles too much.
Because like the demon doesn't smile, so I think that's what they're telling him is act the total opposite of that demon. So that these people miss him and they want to see this guy come out and just act the total opposite. So when you do and you are the demon, it's like this huge transformation.
I like that. That could work. All right, so Balor.
I know I'm going with Corbin.
You're going Corbin,
and I think it's going to be we can't always agree, but I think it's going to be pinfall and it's going to be dirty and it's not going to be clean at all.
Yeah, I can see that.
It'll be pinfall and not clean at all. Like the referee's going to be in on it. They're going to have maybe a free job kind of thing.
Oh, okay, that could be cool. The other match that's scheduled for the kickoff show is Rusev and Lana versus Andre Cien Almas and Zelina Vega in mixed tag match in the kickoff. Did you watch SmackDown this week? Because they
good pronunciation.
Thank you. I've been working on it. I respect the Latin community and Andrade Cien Almas and Zelina Vega. Did you watch SmackDown and see this setup?
I have watched SmackDown. What do you think about this setup here?
I actually liked it. It finally. So I'm sad that Aiden English is Aiden English is probably going to interfere in this match and either go heel and screw over Rusev
Screw over, yeah.
and give Almas the win, or it's kind of like he does a whoopsie slip on a banana peel, causes him to lose. But
like
I think
he has been all, yeah.
Yeah, and they continue it.
Right.
But I think
well, there's got to be some dissension eventually with those two, right? So that's probably where it's building to.
It was good. I liked how they did the two of them came out. Rusev and Lana they got the biggest baby face pop of the night over Almas and Vega, and I thought it's a good pairing, and they're huge baby faces now. So I think the time is right. They do the split with English and yeah.
Rusev Day is over.
Rusev Day.
You know what? It makes sense. It's okay, Kermit. I mean, once the gimmick goes over and it was over and it got a little bit tired, now's the time to end it.
Yeah. I think I want to. So I'm gonna go with Almas and Vega are gonna win, and English is gonna somehow get involved and screw them over, either fully turn heel, and then that sets up Rusev and Lana against English for a while, or it's just they can continue it on, and English still gets involved and causes them the win, or the loss, I should say.
I would have to agree with that synopsis.
No, right.
That sounds real.
Dude, I love Andrade Cien Almas. He's so great. I can't wait to see him just climb up a bit, go after the U.S. title, keep building. I can see him with Rusev for a while, but he's so good in the ring, man.
Yeah, very athletic guy. Obviously, NXT up and coming, or what? Where did he come from? This guy?
Yeah, I mean, he was in Mexico for a very long time and huge there. Then he finally came to NXT, won NXT title, and moved on to Maine. Was worried about him when he came to Maine, but he showed up in the Royal Rumble last year, and he was in it for something ridiculous, like 20 or 30 minutes. So he really shined, and then drafted to SmackDown. I was worried that he was gonna kind of get buried a little bit, not buried, but not showcased. But they're doing a really good job. They're slowly building him. But he's fantastic. So this is going to be, I think this is his first real pay-per-view match. So I'd be really neat to see him, how he does.
Yeah, that's when you got to really pour it on, right?
Yeah, man. And it's in Brooklyn, right? So it's going to be a crazy crowd.
The guy's in great shape, and he's, like you said, I love his work rate, and his ring psychology is really good, and just a really super athletic dude, man. It's a really good match.
The next one they got is, and I haven't really followed it too much, is the Cruiserweight Championship. Cedric Alexander, Drew Gulak. You followed 205 Live at all?
No, you
don't have time.
Unfortunately, I fast forward through. Well, when does this happen, anyways?
I mean, they built this up for a while. I followed it a little bit.
When do they have matches? I don't know.
Oh, technically it's airs right after SmackDown. So after SmackDown Live, they produce it. I think it airs on TV on like Wednesdays, like NXT around there.
What?
Yeah, but it's only like an hour. Like it's nothing. But they
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they usually only have 2 matches. It's great. Like the wrestling on it is fantastic. It's really, really good. And it's straightforward, and it's just 2-3 matches tops, and they get to the point. That's
awesome.
It. Yeah.
Okay, I gotta start PVRing. That's really awesome. I always love cruiserweights. Because it's faster pace and it's like a regular dude in there at times. Like as far as like regular size, I mean, their athleticism is not regular at all. It's like super, super athletic. Like they're almost like Spider-Man versus Venom. Sometimes they're flying around the ring, and I also think that they're getting a lot more tighter in their moves and really snug. So it's not always like triple axel flips all the time.
No, you're right.
The moves are really tight. So I didn't know those guys run on Wednesdays, and I'm gonna watch it. 2-3 matches. That's cool.
Yeah, man, it's really good. So in this case, I'll take it over, but I'll go Drew Gulak beats Cedric for the title because Cedric's had it for a while. He's been on a pure winning streak since he got the title, and Drew's a really good heel. It kind of times out because Cedric has had matches on 205 Live like every week, defending, beating guys month over month. So he's kind of run through everyone. I think now he needs to lose and start chasing again. So Drew Gulak goes over and beats Cedric Alexander. Next up on the docket, we did Finn Balor, but SmackDown Tag Team Championships, the Bludgeon Brothers versus the New Day. What do you think about Bludgeon Brothers and New Day, my friend?
I don't know what to think about this. Is there a champion here? So who's the champion? The
Bludgeon Brothers.
The Bludgeon Brothers, right? And they took it from whom again?
Before that?
I forget.
The Usos, I think.
Did they take it from the Usos? Okay.
Yeah.
So SmackDown Championship. It's SummerSlam. The New Day is going to come over the top with a crazy outfit. They're going to try to steal the show. They're going to have some kind of like, I don't know, pancake truck turnover, and they're going to fall out of it. And it's going to be overhyped gimmicks for sure. And based on all that gimmicky stuff, I think the New Day is going to go over and take the championships, just because I can see it happening.
Yeah, Bludgeon Brothers they're a throwback, right? Like they're an old school kind of tag team where they just come in, beat guys, move on, and New Day is New Day. If New Day wins this, I think they become 5-time tag team champs, which is a nice little number and accolade, right?
At SummerSlam, yeah, it's really good.
So I think we'll probably see New Day. The feud hasn't done very much. I mean, I followed SmackDown every week leading up, and I'm bored of Bludgeon Brothers. They're good. I like Luke Harper. He's great, but it's just very standard. Like they just come in, beat guys, done, and it's one-dimensional. I think New Day needs the titles, and then they can start up a feud with the Bar and go back with fighting the Usos or something. This doesn't do much.
The Bludgeon Brothers are really good in the ring, though. Like those brothers are they're brothers. They're really cool, man. Like they're big dudes, and they're just really gritty. But again, like they can do so many things, right?
Yeah.
But they don't. These characters with the big hammers just doesn't.
The big foamy hammers. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't know.
Weird.
Because the tag division on SmackDown is really, really, really good. Like they have the best tag teams, way better than Raw has. And then you have this kind of cartoony Thor-like guys that are trying to be, they got the.
Who do you think they send in though? Who does the New Day send in against these Thor
that's a good question.
Rip-offs?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, because it's Freebird style, so they just kind of rock, paper, scissors before they come. I'm going to say Kofi and Big E, because that's usually the combination, and Xavier Woods is ringside.
That would make sense, yeah, because then Xavier Woods can get his trombone out, and they can take up pony hammers and smash a trombone, and, they can have a whole bit. It's always good to have SummerSlam with a little bit of comic relief, and I think this match will deliver on all cylinders.
Cool.
We'll be laughing. Yeah.
The next match, I don't see the match on here, and I thought it was announced. I'm looking at Elias, and I thought he was facing Bobby Lashley, but I don't see it on the card.
No?
I swear they were going to do that.
Oh,
match.
Maybe it's on the pre-show. Like it's like in the morning they wake up and they're battling each other, and Vince like, get up, goddammit!
Get out of bed! Get in the ring. It's 9:30 in the morning, Vince. We gotta go. I need to fight now. Get
catering, goddammit! Come on, wake up!
So they have an Elias to perform his greatest song at SummerSlam. So they have it booked in here that he's going to perform one of his songs. So I just I guess he's going to go in the ring, do a comedy bit, and Lashley will come in and interfere and slam him.
No. What are you talking about? You know who's coming? It's not going to be Lashley. It's going to be The Rock.
Oh, stop it.
It'd be cool though if it was.
No, we'll get Elias doing a little bit, and it'll probably take 15 minutes. It'll be a good bathroom break. It's too bad though. Elias is really good. Like I wish he had an actual match. Like he kept doing this back and forth. You watched Raw for the last few weeks, right? And he was doing this little back and forth with Lashley. It was just kind of there.
And Lashley looks so athletic, and the guy's like, he's so muscular. I don't know. Elias has really got his work cut out for him to make this match look believable and back and forth. And I think Elias does a good job, reminding me of the Macho Man.
Yeah,
the way he looks. And
have you
Lashley,
listened to?
I don't understand Lashley's character right now. He's not connecting with the audience.
No, I agree with you. He hasn't done anything substantial. Like he doesn't. Yeah, like you said it. He doesn't connect with the crowd very well, and I feel like they just kind of put him into these spots, and he dominates, and then salutes the crowd, and he's gone. But he doesn't
I don't, you
There's no depth.
I don't know how to fix that though. Like, how would you fix that?
I
Because it
think, I
doesn't
don't
seem to
know.
connect. You give him like someone like an advocate, or you just I don't know how you repackage him. He seems to be kind of stuck
Yeah, I can
in
see
this
him
weird
going to
character.
SmackDown at some point, just because
Yeah,
you give him a
yeah.
little bit of a refresh. Maybe
Mhm.
give him a mouthpiece. Like you said. I just don't think he's
Mhm.
doing anything on Raw, and he's just kind of okay. We need you in this segment. Go do it, and you're done. I don't know. I wish it was
So
better.
we don't even have a match to talk about because
No.
it just looks like it's going to be a ruse
Yeah, man.
of jokes.
What are we
So what
getting?
match is next? Then?
Well, Paul, we need an intermission. I
SmackDown?
need. What are we gonna? I need
Oh.
an intermission. What are we gonna do for food on Sunday?
Uh, okay.
Any
You're hilarious.
important things?
Remember the last time we got that pizza? Was that good? It was like a really like one slice was so filling, and
Oh, that was amazing. But it was so
remember
much. Like it was really like one slice. They were massive pieces.
one slice was like a meal.
I
Remember?
know. We could do those again. I'd totally do those again, or that and wings or something. You really need
Yeah,
wings on the
Michelle was
table.
saying we should get that again because we haven't had that since. And,
Yeah, dude, I'm totally down for that. I've got extra beer too, so
yeah.
I'm good to go.
Yeah, that cheese on that pizza was just insane. We got to big those guys up once I get the name on the podcast for people in the area to go check them out.
Yeah, man. Okay, so we'll definitely do that. We'll figure out toppings in a bit.
All
Um,
right.
United States Championship, Shinsuke Nakamura versus Jeff Hardy with Randy Orton leering in the shadows, basically. Now,
It says that?
I haven't gotten the chance to ask you. Have you been following what's been going on with Randy behind the scenes and in the news right now?
No.
You didn't hear about
No,
this?
what?
Okay,
No,
so
I saw him hiding behind the curtains the other
okay,
day.
so I'm hiding
That
behind the
was
curtain,
weird.
which it just kind of plays into the story, but it's totally separate, but it's hilarious.
Scaring me
So
now, man.
no,
Who's about to tell me here?
it's funny and it's terrible. Okay, so
What?
number one, so Randy's been doing this thing with Jeff, right, where he's leering
Yeah.
behind a curtain and spying on him
Right.
and almost looking like he wants to do him.
It's voyeurism. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Okay, so totally kind of separate, but backstage, and you can go to like WrestleZone.com and PW Insider and see all of this. So this article
Okay.
came out that apparently years ago, Randy Orton would go into like the writers' room, and when there was like a new writer in there or new people, he would go into the writers' room and he would whip out his dingus and put it in his hand and then say, "Hi, I'm Randy Orton. Shake my hand. You don't want to shake my hand?"
Stop.
And he would whip it out and he would tell guys to shake his hand. And then he said, they have it quoted like, "Oh, you don't want to shake my hand? What am I going to go tell Vince and Stephanie that you don't want to shake Randy Orton's hand?" And he'd have his dinghy out.
That's so disturbing, man.
I know, it's amazing.
That's the most disturbing thing. So what are you gonna do with this guy? He just thinks he owns up the joint because his dad used to work there?
I don't know, but it's too weird because then the next set is like this happens, this news comes out, and then WWE actually responded to it and they said, "Well, we're investigating the situation."
Oh my goodness.
This is amazing because it's years ago that this apparently, allegedly happened, but he would go into the back, into the.
On more than one occasion?
Yeah.
What in the world? He's just ribbing dudes? Or
Yeah.
is this like a joke or what?
Oh, yeah. So then you see like things like what he's done on SmackDown where he's like watching Jeff behind the curtain, and all I can think of now is he's just thinking, "Shake my hand." Got my dick in my hand.
Hey, they call me a python for a reason.
The
I don't know,
Viper.
dude. It's kind
You
of
don't want to shake the
very
Viper's
disturbing.
hand?
The Viper.
Anyway, so
I
yeah,
think you
that's
tell me he like sneaks up and tries to RKO them or something.
shake my hand. RKO.
Disturbing story, man.
Touch my wiener.
Right.
No RKO on the table.
Well, now I don't want to be a writer anymore for WWE.
No,
so
is that
there you
aspiration
have it.
gone now? Because you might get
Yeah,
vipered
for
by
sure.
Randy Orton.
Dude, I would be so like super kicking this guy into next week if I saw him coming.
Would you super kick him or would you super kick the Viper?
He's only 6'4", so I'm pretty sure I'd have to like jump off a milk carton to get this guy in the chin.
You can at least hit him in his Viper.
I'm a showstopper.
All right, so Nakamura versus Hardy. What do you think's going on here? Because Randy Orton is lingering and leering in the darkness with his wiener.
That's enough about him, okay? This match is a dream match, okay? This is a match I thought I'd never see, because I know this happened in Japan. I think everybody talks about this online, right? This happened before in Japan
Nakamura
somewhere.
and Hardy, no, they have. The two of them have
No,
not. No, they haven't had a.
they've not.
No,
Okay, you're awesome. You're awesome. I love how you know these stats.
I just have stuff in
Um,
my brain. I just have
you
random
got
things. Nope,
stuff, dude.
no, they haven't. Yes, they have. Real historian.
Yeah. So who's gonna go over in this match? What do you think? Did either of them have a? They shouldn't say have like a good submission move. I forget what a submission move is.
That's a good question. No, because he just does the Kinshasa, where he does the kick, right?
He
He
used to
probably.
have a good submission though.
Yeah.
I remember. I don't think he uses them anymore as often.
No. I'm probably gonna go with Nakamura wins, and because
Yeah, me too.
Orton comes out and RKO's or gets in the way and takes out Hardy. I just don't think it's gonna be a short match, and I think Nakamura's just going over.
Yeah, I can see that too. Shouldn't say I should go over on this one. Jeff, I'm sure his makeup or the colors will look really really cool though. Come SummerSlam, it's gonna look really cool. Do you think that maybe he might hook up with Matt and they would do the broken gimmick?
Well, I wish.
Afterwards?
Yeah, I wish, but actually, I was reading stuff today, and this was out over the last few days. Matt Hardy's actually going off. I think he's injured, and he's going off for surgery, or is it? He's at least taking some time off right now. He had the triple threat tag match on Raw, and I think that was kind of his farewell for right now. Because apparently he's got some really bad lower back issues, so he's going to be gone for quite a while.
Now you say that, when the last match I saw him, his posture didn't look too great.
Yeah, he looks so stiff and sore. Yeah. So he's taking some time off. So yeah, I wish we got more from Matt Hardy and Bray, where they actually did stuff, like where they were going to go and do stuff at the compound and the Hardy compound and film some more stuff, but they never did it. And they never pulled the trigger, which is disappointing. Because that stuff was great in TNA.
They're going to go to the Pyramid of Giza and dance with Cleopatra. And
teleport.
Yeah, oh well.
So next up, we get into now the matches start to really pick up. Looking at Daniel Bryan versus The Miz. Now, this is built up for what they're touting 7 or 8 years in the making for these two to actually go at it finally. What do you think about Bryan and Miz?
It's not going to end at SummerSlam. It's not ending at... Dude, this is going to be going to WrestleMania, okay? So this is like the build to Mania. And this match is going to end in a whole hoopla. I predict like some mess happening there. It takes it further. We're not going to have a clear winner.
No, I think I was going for. I think Miz is going over in this. I agree with you. I think that they're going to extend this. I hope you're right. I hope they do it all the way to Mania. That would be freaking awesome. But I'm going with.
I don't want to see this end. I don't want to see this end. This is 7 years of a build, and it really feels like these guys have some true heat with each other. It just feels that way. They've been able to create that really true heat type of feeling. I believe it. I think it's going to really draw, and people are going to want to see this match over and over again because there's so much that both these guys can do. The Miz is such a great heel right now.
Yeah.
He's on top of his game, and there's no reason why they can't kind of stretch this with the, get the wives involved and the whole family dynamic, and then you're going to get him on the show, and I don't know. Even the show, actually, he can't be on the show because the show's pre-recorded, right?
Have you watched Ms. and Mrs.? Mrs.'s new show?
No, I've heard really bad things about it, though.
You watched Total Bellas, right?
I haven't seen Bella's the latest season.
Okay.
With the whole Cena divorce, I didn't see that yet. I got to check it out. But I do like Bella's. The format is usually pretty good. The show's pretty good. And Diva, was it called Divas?
Total Divas. Oh, I'm so sad I know that. Yeah, Total Divas.
It was good. Yeah, I missed Lana on that show. She was great.
So I don't get it. I can get you. I'm still figuring you out, man. Years later, and I'm like, okay, this guy is gonna. I can't get him on NXT. But he's like, oh yeah, I got Total Bellas.
I don't know what it is about that show. It's interesting. And then Bella's ended up being on Lily Singh's podcast or YouTube channel. And
oh, did they really?
I don't know. Yeah, it's cool, man. It's cool. The Bellas are cool. They look like different generations of Debbie Moore. Like Debbie Moore with boobs, Debbie Moore without boobs, at the same time.
Okay, so I know what it really boils down to here. Okay, I'm in. I'll watch it with you. We'll watch the new season together. Maybe we should just review it as a separate podcast.
I think they're on season 9, and this one has got all the controversy with Cena. And actually, I saw Jimmy Kimmel last week, and she was talking about the show and drawing controversy. So maybe it is another podcast.
Maybe it is a whole other series. We should see if people want that.
But the Daniel Bryan Miz thing. So you're going with Miz? I'm gonna go with I don't know. I just think this match is gonna end really messed up. I don't think there's gonna be a winner. I don't know why. I think it's going to be
or double DQ.
Double count out, which is never good at SummerSlam. But for some reason, I think they're going to have such a good match that the DQ situation is actually okay.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Makes any sense.
I can see a DQ. I feel Miz going over. I don't see Bryan going clean. Because like you said, I think they can extend this thing. If they do it right, they can make this go all the way to Mania. The last bit of news. Do you think
Miz gets the yes kicks in? Do you think Miz gets some yes kicks?
Yeah.
And Bryan gets the yes kicks?
Yeah, I think they go back and forth.
Back yes kicks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other piece of news was that Bryan he did an interview recently, I think this week, saying how he hasn't yet re-signed his contract with WWE, but he said that he's like 90% there, that they are hopeful to re-sign, and that it's all kind of lined up. So he hasn't officially re-signed his contract and his deal. So I just wonder what they're going to do with that. If they haven't pulled the trigger on it, so they don't know 100%. So maybe I don't know. I think maybe they should go with the Miz.
I think what he's saying is he's probably saying, listen, I'm not signing unless I get to work with the Miz. A lot.
Yeah.
He probably wants to work with this guy a lot. I think they have a really good chemistry. And I don't know, man. I don't want it to end here at SummerSlam, and I don't think it will. This match is this is really, really cool what these guys can do, and they're so versatile.
Mm-hmm. And I think because you got a crowd in Brooklyn too that are they understand what the feud means. They're going to be, even if the Miz wins or it's some like you said DQ finish or weirdo finish, I think the crowd will still be okay with it.
Into it.
Yeah. Right. Because they know that it'll lead. Yeah, exactly.
I think they're going to tear the house down. And the Miz has always been criticized for playing it safe, and Daniel Bryan kind of has to play it safe. So it'll be cool to see if the Miz goes for his neck and tries to target certain, make us feel really, really.
That would be good. I didn't think about that. You're right. Yeah, maybe he goes for the neck and the head injuries and starts giving some kicks.
And the crowd's just gonna turn and on because he's got to get those fans to boo him, right? And that's what's dangerous is who comes out the heel and who comes out the babyface after that. I gotta imagine you want Daniel to remain the babyface.
Yeah, I mean he's never gonna be heel, right? But I agree with you that I think there's a good chance actually.
But the Miz is gonna get such a pop.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Miz could actually he'll get a good pop and they'll just be into the match. So he's got to get some heat. I think you're totally right there.
Yeah.
All right, so next match we got is SmackDown Women's Championship, Carmella versus Charlotte Flair, and Becky Lynch. Triple threat, SmackDown Women's Championship. What do you think we're going to do here?
FABALOUOS. Come on, man. Carmella's taking this thing. I don't know I love this. I love her. She's so good. I don't know.
Is it the moonwalk and the always tanned look that she's got?
I love the moonwalk, man. The moonwalk. She can do it really well, and I got to give her props for that. I've never moonwalked on that stage, but it looks really smooth, man. And she does a good job with this. I think she's got what it takes. I hope we don't see Ellsworth. Please, WWE, can we leave this guy at home for this one?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think they need that one clean-ish victory, clear match, clear winner. Don't bring him in. Keep him out of it. But why do you think Carmella's going over, not Becky? Because Becky's been on a tear for months since Money in the Bank. People have been wanting her to, win and be champion. Why do you think Becky's not getting it? And Charlotte.
WWE loves to troll its fans. Of course, you want Becky Lynch to win. She deserves it. She's working so hard. She's reinvented herself. She's, she looks amazing. She's beautiful, and we want her to win so bad. That's why she won't.
But why not
troll us and make us feel bad?
What do you think is going to come out of it though? Because we get into I think it's a Hell in the Cell is after this, and then Survivor Series. So, do you think? I'm with you. I think Carmella's going to win. But what do you think is going to happen with Charlotte and Becky? Because the last few weeks, when Charlotte got entered into the triple threat, they've slowly teased some deception, or not deception, but just tension between Charlotte and Becky.
Old trouble in paradise. And what
Yeah.
great matches those two could have, don't you think? Charlotte and Becky have had epic matches.
Mm-hmm.
I could
Yeah, I'm
see
with
them
you.
having some good feuds, and potentially see. And again, you brought up a shakeup, and I think we were kind of throwing the idea around eventually seeing Charlotte get sent to Raw.
Yeah.
Right, and that would be really cool, because then finally we have Rousey and Flair set up for WrestleMania.
Yeah, I'm with you. And I think
cool.
that they could do Charlotte and Becky, and I was looking at a couple of things, because you know how they got the Evolution pay-per-view, so they've been constantly talking in rumors of the women's tag team actual titles happening. So a couple of rumors going around are that maybe we see Charlotte versus Becky. They slowly, like, it's a slow burn. They finally go head to head. They fight over it, and meanwhile Carmella is sneaking out wins constantly. And the two of them go off and fight. Or we see Charlotte and Becky go off and go into more tag team, and they go for those tag team titles against Sasha and Bayley on Raw, and you see those four go at it.
They love the tag team matches when it comes to the women.
So we'll see. So I guess I'm with you. I hope I'm with you. I didn't even think about that, actually, that Ellsworth, because he was whatever, fired or kicked out by Paige.
Everybody always forgets about this freaking Ellsworth guy.
Yeah.
He always comes out of the cracks.
Drops from a cage, falls out. Yeah.
Man.
Okay, so I'm gonna go Carmella as well. I think that's pretty much one of my locks. I don't think Becky
Carmella with a freaking Ellsworth run in, and it's going to be a fruit roll up on who should she pin? Does it matter? I'm going to go. She pins Becky.
Me too. Yeah, I think Charlotte. I think Charlotte and Becky screw each other over. One gets thrown out, then they start arguing, and then Carmella gets like a cheap roll up or something on Becky with a distraction, or Ellsworth too.
How many? Well, I was going to say Charlotte Flair doesn't really have a super like powerbomb type finisher. She does a figure eight, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
And she's got the moons. She's got the big ass moonsault.
The moonsault. Yeah. So you're going to see her moonsault outside on the two girls, right? Like we're going to see this, right?
For sure.
They got to figure out a way to change that up somehow. I'm so tired of seeing that. Moonsault on two people just standing there.
Something I'm not tired of seeing, something I'm excited to see. The Intercontinental Championship match, Ziggler versus Rollins, and we have a returning Dean Ambrose with a new look, and that dude is freaking jacked.
He looks jacked, man. Seriously, the Lunatic Fringe has been going to Good Life.
He got a membership.
Because I used to read up on this guy. I don't know. I like what's his name again? The Lunatic. Dean. What's his name? Dean Martin. Dean Adams. Dean Ambrose. Yeah. You see, he's been missing so long. I forgot about you, Dean. We miss you. I love Dean Ambrose work in the ring. The body of his work. If you take a look at his matches, he's kind of like a Rowdy Piper to me.
Yeah, I see that too. I see a little bit of Mick Foley, a little bit of Cactus Jack, and Rowdy Piper.
But now he's jacked, and he looks dangerous, and he looks like just a wild dog.
So what do you think? People like comparing him, doing like photos. He looks like kind of a mini Triple H with the shape.
Obviously Triple H has been giving him the sauce, right? So he's been hooking him up.
I think you need to get in the gym and you need to get a little more jacked. I find it funny you're not as jacked as me.
Well, when I read about him, he used to like to bicycle and ride bikes. Like when they go on the road, he'll like rent a bike and then ride around the city. He's not a real gym guy. At least that's what I read about him. So obviously that's changed.
So what do you think they're going to do here? Because I'm super interested. Like, it was a good segment on Raw, like we were talking about earlier today, about how Seth introduced him, brought him back out, and then we've got Ziggler with McIntyre in the corner, and then you got Seth with Dean in the corner. I'm going with Ziggler wins. I am praying for a heel turn by Dean, and he just absolutely destroys Seth. Like, just beats him bloody, chairs, everything, stairs, all of it. What do you think? What do
Why?
you,
How are they
why?
gonna? Why would he attack him? Like, it wouldn't make sense.
I don't care. Well,
Buffoon?
because he's back and he's pissed. Maybe he's mad at Seth for taking his spot.
No,
Doesn't care.
They're gonna have the Shield come to Mania. Come on. You know how this is. They're gonna milk this thing. Listen, what you're talking about would be so great. That's why they're not gonna do it.
Makes too much sense.
It's none of it just makes sense. It'd be so entertaining. I would love to see that and have him turn, and then it would make sense for Ziggler to go over, and it would be cool to see that kind of ending.
But then you could get
I don't know. What do you think?
But you could get this. You could get that. I love the triple threat, the Shield triple threat. But you could do Dean heel Dean, who fights Ambrose or fights Seth for months, and then meanwhile Roman. We'll get to Roman in a bit, but Roman doing Roman's thing, and probably with the title, and then that way, if you did get that triple threat, you've got super heel Dean Ambrose, who's jacked. You've got crazy over babyface Seth Rollins, and you've got lukewarm Roman Reigns. So you have a
triple threat match
in a triple threat at
that would
Mania.
be awesome.
Because then you have a nice, you got a
that'd be
really good
amazing.
dynamic, right?
The implosion of the Shield.
Yeah, and you got everyone is huge and over, and Roman's a little bit over for at least an hour. It could be good.
You know what? I never thought of it that way, man. That's a dream come true. I'd love to see it. So yeah, I'm going to agree. Dolph Ziggler goes over.
Yeah,
it does make sense to me, and I think that his Psycho is going to get involved for sure and start making a big mess.
When do you think?
Because he's got a good ability there.
When do you think they're going to pull the trigger on McIntyre? Because he can't just be Dolph's like henchman forever.
After this, I think this is going to be the catalyst. SummerSlam is going to be the catalyst. I think maybe he starts to just try to decimate and maybe break away from Ziggler after this one, and then we see him kind of build to Mania. I just don't know who he's going to face. Maybe they get him against the who knows? Maybe the monster.
Well, that actually leads us into the next match: is Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens for the Money in the Bank. Now, this one is really interesting because, like we were talking earlier today, this one can go a couple different ways and have a possible, payoff and make that main event pretty interesting for once. But we got Braun versus KO for in no DQ match, and they talked about this on Raw, but they kind of downplayed it. So the rules for the match, I believe, are that if Braun DQs Kevin Owens or tries to win by DQ, like throws him off a cage or through a table, Kevin Owens wins Money in the Bank. So he can't win by disqualification. So it's going to be one way or the other.
But he can lose by disqualification.
Sure, but if he loses, then he's going to forfeit the Money in the Bank.
And he's going to give it to Kevin?
Yeah, that's the rule for the match.
That's so dumb. So hang on. So if he hits him with a chair, then he has to give him the case?
Yeah, then they call the match off, and then he'll win with. So it's going to be a straight up match, basically. Otherwise, if Braun, forces a DQ like through a table or a chair shot or anything, then he forfeits the Money in the Bank. So, what do you think we're going to get here? I know, but But I think they're trying to. They brought it in, and then Michael Cole kind of downplayed it, and they didn't really talk about it. What do you think they're going to do here? Because they've put Braun kind of third in line, like in terms of match ranking. Like they have Brock versus Roman, obviously, Ziggler versus Rollins, and then you have Braun versus KO kind of there. Like, do you think Braun will lose Money in the Bank to Kevin? Does he cash in? Do either of them cash in?
Good question, Stu. I really feel that Kevin is going to have some thing up his sleeve. Maybe Sami Zayn. Who knows? Something's going to come out of nowhere, and Kevin's got some ideas to pull one over Braun, and I think he's gonna beat the Monster in the Bank on that very night on Sunday, and then I do think he'll try to cash in, and chaos will ensue.
But that's where it gets really interesting, right? Is that if Owens wins, you think because he's slimy and he could cash in that night. Um,
We'll try it. Yeah.
do you think? And then it's a matter of, okay, does Brock win or does Roman go over? Because if Roman goes over, what were we saying earlier that we could see if Roman wins or Brock and Kevin comes in, cashes in, Kevin can come in, cash in, and lose, and then
That's what I was thinking. My idea was, okay, so Kevin comes running in, he cashes in the spot, but the Roman is still in the picture. So then, you hear, oh, this match will be a triple threat, and suddenly it's a triple threat match that we didn't see on the card that was never billed. And I think either Kevin or Reigns takes a pin. I can see Kevin taking the pin, taking the fall to Reigns, and then Reigns takes the title, not even really beating the Beast.
Yeah, I can see that because then it protects Brock. He gets to go off to UFC and do that, and then everyone's kind of protected.
What a sucky ending, though, eh?
Yeah, but that's the thing.
He slithers away again.
Yeah, but that's where I feel like they won't do that because they're in Brooklyn, SummerSlam main event, and like the crowd will just shit all over that main event if they come in and like they'll pop for Kevin or Braun to cash in, and if somehow either guy loses the cash in, and like Brock wins or Roman wins, the crowd is just gonna like chuck garbage in the ring.
You think they'll be pissed if Roman wins?
I think that, okay, so if we kind of skip ahead for a second, like if Roman just wins kind of clean with no cash in, no nothing else, I think the crowd will just kind of let it be. They'll just be like, all right. And they'll move on because they'll be like, fine, we're done. We're done with Brock. They might even cheer a little bit because they'll say, yay, the title is finally off Brock. We don't have to deal with this anymore. Because I think that's where the crowd is right now. So they're just like, get it off Brock. Fine, Vince. Put it on Roman. Have your fun. Can we move on to tomorrow?
How many Superman punches are we going to see in this match?
7 or more.
7? Okay, I'm gonna say 5 or more. How many times does Roman kick out of the 5?
Well, at what was it, Saudi Arabia or Mania, one or the other, he kicked out like 5 times, 4 times. So let's set a new record and say he kicks out of 5 F5s. Total of 5.
5? Okay, I'm gonna say 3.
Okay, so just to circle back for a second though, who do you think's going over? Because the Braun KO situation goes into the main event, like it plays in. But do you think Braun's gonna win, or do you think Kevin's gonna win Money in the Bank?
I think Kevin's winning.
Yeah. Do you think
Kevin's winning and he's gonna take the case? And
do you think he'll cash in that night?
Yep.
I kind of see it too, because I don't think Braun even needs it. I feel like they put the Money in the Bank on Braun, and then kind of realized, oh wait a minute, he's this beast. Like he's beyond the title. Like he doesn't need it. Like why would he be a sneaky guy and like come in and cash in? He just comes in and destroys stuff. It fits Kevin, who's like slimy and would slide in and try and get the title and run away.
And to have Kevin go over on this guy on a SummerSlam would just encapsulate this show, and it would just be the underdog beating Braun, especially what happened on Monday, right? Like he's scouring and Kevin's running away, and Braun is just so much stronger than him, but he'll pull one over him, maybe brass knucks. Yeah. Maybe get him with the fire extinguisher. I don't know what he does, but he's going over. Kevin is taking that case, and he's going to cash it in, and then he'll lose to the big dog.
Big dog. All right.
That's going to be how I think it goes. What's next? The match is next. I think this is going to be your favorite.
Alexa Bliss versus Ronda Rousey for Raw Women's Championship. Miss Bliss.
Everybody wants to see this match. This is the draw, right? Your favorite, my favorite. Mm-hmm. This is going to be the draw of SummerSlam to me because we're finally seeing Ronda in. We've seen her in a match already, but we're going to see her in the match that she has built with good promos. They've been cutting some really good, some good mic work on both ladies' sides. Alexa definitely really good on the mic. Ronda's just, chugging along. She's getting into this business. She's so quick in the ring. Mm-hmm. I don't know who, prediction-wise. What do you think, Matt?
I think it's just put it on Rousey. and let's just see what she does with it. Give it to her. Alexa Bliss can get the title kind of any time. She's multi-time champ already. I think you have this moment with Ronda. I think you need to run with it and make her dominant, but like a face version of Brock Lesnar, and just have her run through the division. Give her in. You can put her in tag matches going forward. You can put her in a Survivor Series women's tag. You can do a lot of different stuff with her for a couple of months, and that will still protect her. But I think you need her to go in there, and Bliss will try to run away. They'll run around the ring. They'll pull their shorts. Ronda will try to adjust herself 17 million times because it drives me nuts. And Bliss will eventually get caught. You might even see some outside interference from like Mickie James or Alicia Fox, and Ronda will, beat them down, and then it'll be an armbar
judo throws
judo
for
throw.
Everybody. Judo throw for you. Judo throw for you. It's a judo throw city, bitch.
my only worry with Ronda is, and it's early, but her moveset isn't that big, right? It's like punches in the corner, judo throw, arm
Neither
bar,
is Brock, so
and run.
Come on,
Yeah,
Brock hits you with the knee, and then you don't really need a moveset anymore, especially when you're that UFC hybrid kind of WWE superstar. I like your idea though. Ronda goes over for sure. She's gonna hype that new movie with Marky Wahlberg and take the strap on the red carpet, and it'll look really good on her. It's SummerSlam, and we've got no reason to put it on her. No reason to not put it on her, I should say. Alexa's had a great run, and she's so awesome on the mic. I don't think Alexa needs a championship anymore. She's got a, like you said, what's the fifth time?
I think so. Yeah, three to five times. Like I can't keep count now, but yeah, she's been in it for a while. You're right. Oh, you're right. They're in mile 22 with Mark Wahlberg.
Right.
And that's out right now. I think
and you know what else is funny? The song, the WrestleMania song.
Yeah.
Good Vibrations or whatever is the Marky Wahlberg original.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah, but it's not him though. It's Flo Rida. Doing the same song. Good vibration. Oh,
of course it's Flo Rida. It's the only one. Yeah. Vince is always just like, we need a hip hop type of song. Give me that. Who's a flow guy? We always have every year. Give me that
Flo Rida guy.
Give me Florida. Give me Florida in there. He's in all my manias. Yeah. Wow.
Get him to come down on the Tron bike. God damn it.
All right, I'm with you. I think Rousey goes over. I think that times out perfectly. I didn't realize there was the song tie-in, and then they have the movie tie-in. That's pretty cool.
I just saw it. I was like, okay, it's all coming together.
Yeah.
But talking about all coming together, I don't know, man. Like you talked already about Brock and Roman, but to me, the real main event is AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe.
Thank you. Yeah, dude, I am so excited. I cannot wait to see this. These guys don't need to even prep or do anything. I just want to see a muscle buster in the corner. I want Joe to win. I love AJ.
I think the muscle buster is banned, man. I don't think anyone takes that anymore.
No, I think you're right. It's banned. I don't think they allow him to do it.
I haven't seen the muscle buster ever. I think one time he telegraphed it on Brock. Like at a house show or something, or whenever. No, it wasn't a house show. I think he did face Brock at one time, right? Joe.
Yeah. He faced him at. Yeah. I think it was Great Balls of Fire. He faced him there.
That was it. Yeah. He had Brock on the turnbuckle, and he grabbed the leg, and he went for it, and Brock just pushed him off. He's like, "You're not doing that crap to me. What are you, stupid?" And he just walked off the turnbuckle and just ran into him or speared him or something. But Samoa Joe and AJ Styles have had epic matches. I think this is going to be the match that tears the house down. We didn't say before we jump into it. We forgot one thing about how the win would go over between Rousey and Alexa. And I think Rousey's going to win with submission.
Yeah, I think so too. I think she goes judo throw and armbar and locks her in submission, and it's over.
Right.
Do you think
which means?
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say. Do you think time-wise? Do you think this is like a 10-minute match, 15-minute match? Because Ronda doesn't have. She's like Brock. She doesn't have a huge moveset.
Yeah. You were saying maybe under 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It's a good point. It should be a quick one because think about it. Braun and Kevin. Kevin's gonna have to find a way to beat this guy. It's not gonna be easy. He's gonna have to I don't know what he's going to do. Hit him with a truck. I don't know what he's going to do. It's probably going to take some time, right? So you got a good point there. Ronda's match will be quick, with maybe an arm bar or something.
Yeah.
But then Samoa Joe, would they do another submission finish with Samoa Joe and AJ? Who knows? Who's going to go over in this match?
I'm still leaning on Joe because, again, I can go either way. I think you could have Styles win, and great. You have AJ Styles as the champ. They just announced he's the longest reigning SmackDown champion. He just beat JBL's record. He's on the cover of the video game coming up in October, so they love AJ as the champ and the poster boy for SmackDown.
AJ. We love AJ.
But
come on, he's phenomenal.
We said this earlier today. I think it's a way better story if you have Joe win. Just destroy AJ, take him out for like a month, and in the meantime, that means Joe gets built up as a monster heel. You get, like you were telling me earlier today, AJ comes back, gets a massive pop, huge return pop. He gets a nice break because he probably needs it.
He needs a break. This guy does everything. Every show, every house show. He's on every card, every Raw. Every SmackDown. He works a lot, dude. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I like the idea of having Samoa Joe come out and just obliterate him. Is this no holds barred? Is this
no? It's just straight up 1-on-1.
It's straight up. Okay, because you know how they can always throw those stipulations in right before the match starts.
Yeah.
But I think Samoa Joe does the very thing that you're saying. He absolutely destroys AJ. He gets over. He gets a ton of heat doing it, and he becomes the champ.
And I think he gets the gloat for months because Joe's the best talker that they got. And then you can get AJ off for a little bit and it makes more anticipation. Maybe they do a draft or like the shakeup and they have someone like Balor come over to SmackDown, fight Joe. That gets a nice big spotlight on Balor. And then he can fight Joe, lose, but then it sets up for AJ to come back and fight Joe later. Something like that.
Isn't it interesting? Joe is the greatest talker or mic worker they got, and then the next match over to Roman Reigns, the worst to me on the microphone, Mr. Reigns.
You don't like the big dog?
The big dog. What was he saying last week? I don't even remember. Something. He kept repeating something. Oh my God, it was so annoying. The guy annoys me, but nothing annoys me more than absenteeism. So the only thing that can annoy me more than Roman talking is Brock not talking, not being there, not working. This match to me has happened a million times. I'm so tired of this match.
What do you want to happen? Because we know that Brock is in camp training for UFC. He's going back for his fight, which is January, I want to say. So he's
something like that. He can only go back in Jan or something.
So he's quite a ways away, man. Yeah, he's planning to go back. He's already scheduled for it. He's already kind of slimmed down. When I saw him on Raw, I was like, oh, he's not as puffy and purple in the face as he usually is. And he's getting ready for his fight. So
de-juicing, man.
Yeah, really. They've been teasing that kind of idea of like he'll be WWE champ and UFC champ, but I don't think they really want to have their title like in real UFC. Like it. And what if Brock doesn't win the UFC title? Then it looks kind of stupid, right?
Well, first of all, Brock is going to destroy the Cormier in the octagon.
Really?
I think that there's no.
I think DC's going over. I don't think that.
How is DC going to be nuts? Come on, that's insane. I think Brock's going to just cream this dude, and I think Brock is a company man, and he's going to sell. I don't know. The last match these two guys had felt like a video game. So before we jump to UFC, we got to talk about this WWE event he's got on Sunday, because all eyes are on Brock. This guy is a huge draw. No matter what people say, people want to see what's going to happen to this guy. Mm-hmm. And the last promo he did on UFC, I think there's going to be some UFC fans there. It was very interesting watching. I think Roman Reigns talking about Dana White on Raw was very an interesting thing to say. We might see Dana White show up on Sunday. Maybe he'll be in the crowd just to kind of give it a little bit of a rub.
Yeah, if he showed up just for the main event, watch that thing, I think that'd be cool. It'd be a nice little rub.
And he'd be sitting there with, who would be with him, though? That's the thing. Imagine
DC.
He brings, DC wouldn't be there. He'd have to bring, what's his face, the Irish guy.
Oh, Conor McGregor?
No, they couldn't bring him because everybody would be looking at him instead.
That's true. It'll all distract.
Put him with a goddamn beach ball.
So what do you think they're going to do here? Because they've been telling an interesting but weird story of Brock turns on Heyman. Heyman tries to butter up Roman to go on his side. He goes through the letter that his dad apparently wrote to Heyman, gives it to Roman. He gets pepper sprayed. Was it a letter,
or was it like he talked about it in the car with him?
Well, he talked about it in the car with him. Sorry, yeah. And then, but he handed Roman a letter, and then he started reading it, and Roman was getting into it, and then, which was really good. It was actually a really good Roman promo. It had some depth to it for once. And then I said to you before, I'm like, I wish they ended it there. I wish that Heyman spoke in Samoan to Roman, like he did, and then Roman was left kind of puzzled and wondering, and then they just kind of ended the show. Because then it leaves everyone wondering, like, what did he say? And does he want to go inside with Heyman now? But instead, he pepper sprays him in the face, and Brock comes out and destroys him. And it was like Mania last year, or whatever, when he handcuffed him.
But it was so funny though, because he's trying to act like his eyes are burning, and
give me the water, give me my water in my eyes, I can't see.
The guy just comes out and just puts him to sleep. I was laughing my ass off. It was so funny.
So do you think we finally get the end of the Roman experiment? Do you think Brock keeps it, though, and goes all the way to Rumble and Mania again, and we keep doing this show? Or do you think Vince finally pulls the trigger and says, okay, he's going to have it. Give him the title, damn it.
Yeah, I don't think we see Brock putting Reigns over. I think, like I was saying earlier, I think Kevin Owens comes down, and Kevin Owens is a sacrificial lamb. And he comes all the way down there, and then he cashes in, and then he's looking at the lights. And you'll see your buddy Brock Lesnar leave, and he'll probably throw some stuff around and break some stuff. And
you really think Brock is going over again? Yeah. For like 2 years now, or how many years now of doing this? You still think that they're not going to let Roman win?
No, I think they're going to let Roman win, but he's going to pin Kevin Owens.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, yeah.
I think for some way, he's going to come out and they're going to make it a triple threat match, because he's going to try to come in and interfere, and he's not going to be able to beat him.
Oh, you think they're going to do a real triple threat match, and Roman's going to go and beat KO?
Beat Kevin, right, because he would be able to beat Brock. He has Brock beat. Kevin Owens comes out for the steal. He can't get the job done. Reigns can't get the job done. They both tag team beat the crap out of Brock Lesnar. They turn on each other, and then Reigns goes over on Kevin Owens, and then Brock is so beat up and out of the ring, he can't get back in, and that way he's kind of protected. He can go away in a shroud of mystery, and he's protected as he's never lost. His shoulders have never been pinned. We get the belt back on Raw, which is what we really want.
Yep.
Right? That's all we want. And then, so Reigns has his belt. And that way, when they boo him, at least Vince can be like, yeah, they're booing him because you really didn't beat Brock. So I still control the people.
That's all it comes down to, is Vince is like, I got him. I got him now.
He wants to feel he's got us. So I think that's what will happen. I don't know why I think so strongly about that now. I don't see them wanting to beat Brock. They want to protect his mystique.
I think you're right. I think it's a really good idea. I worry that it's too clear, and then he'll just go with Brock winning or Roman winning clean, and there's no cash in. But I really do like your idea. I think it's way better.
Terrible.
I know.
Oh my God! If Brock wins, it's so stupid. We need the title back on Monday, please.
Make
and you know what else
title.
They should do? If they do let him win, then they should make this stipulation right before the match. They'd be like, okay, by the way, one more stipulation. If whoever wins the belt at the end of this match must have a match on Raw at least once a month.
Who's this general manager you're making light of?
It's gonna be Angle.
That's not Kurt Angle's voice. That's not.
Yeah. So, one of those clowns. One of those guys are gonna come. They got to make some stipulations.
The next guy. I wish the GM did something like that.
Be funny. Come on, player.
Oh yeah, give me Teddy Long and put Brock and Roman in a tag team match. Come on, player.
It's gonna be a triple threat.
I do really like your idea, dude. I think, I really like the idea of Roman does win, so we can end this stupid thing. But he beats Kevin to win it, so that you're right, so that Brock is protected. Roman gets the win.
Poor Kevin, though, right?
I know,
But
put Kevin into something else. Kevin can go and win a number one contender and fight Roman the next month, right?
He's great on the mic. You know what? Kevin and what's his name? Kevin and Joe can have some great matches.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
And
that would be awesome.
Yeah, they're so good. The thing would be heel versus heel. That's what I think.
Well, dude, it looks like a really good SummerSlam. I'm excited for Sunday. I think it's going to be awesome.
Dude, you pumped, man? We're going to be putting on the projector, and we're going to be checking out SummerSlam this Sunday. And Matt and I will definitely have something to say about the aftermath. And we're looking forward to the 8 hours of WWE content that we have to watch, because we love our listeners and we want to make sure that they don't have to watch all of it, so we can help them out.
We can fill in the gaps and shrink this damn thing down a little bit. Yeah, so guys, we'll end it there. We are going to head off, and we will be watching that show with you on Sunday. I'm sure Mark and I will come up with a post-show wrap-up later next week to give your thoughts and kind of take it all into account to see what happened for post-show SummerSlam, the results, wrap up a little bit of Raw. Remember, check us out on YouTube under The Mark and Matt Show. Follow us on Twitter under The Mark and Matt Show, iTunes, Podbean, all of your services. And Mark, we got to get that pizza going. I think I got like 6-7 beers. We'd be good to go for Sunday, and we need that pizza again and just stuff ourselves.
Yeah, pizza and wings, I think for sure we should be good, because that pizza looks good and filling, right?
Yeah,
and we'll get a salad too. Salad, pizza.
That makes us look better, right? We down like 7 pieces of pizza.
Feel a bit better.
It makes you feel better for a second. Down 7 pieces of pizza, and then you're like, "That's okay. I just had a little salad. Make myself feel nice."